almost done. It's going around the corner. But it's melting. Look at the color of the ocean. All that blue-green of melted iceberg. Hello. It is 12 degrees here by the school. It's always a bit colder here by the school than it is at my house. It's 14 degrees at my house. We're out of the wind a bit there, but the school's right in the wind. I've got the skylight open, so all I have to fear are birds flying, the gulls flying overhead. That's always a bit of a concern, but there's not too many gulls out right now, or at least around this area of the world. So how are you? Okay, you can see my knitting a little bit. It's coming along. Got that much. No, that's the wrong side, but anyway, you can see how much I've got knit. They're under the arms now. I'm only knitting when I'm waiting for things, so I didn't do any knitting last night. I think the lead up to the market and everything was probably a little bit hard on me in the sense, well, I was up late several nights, and you know, at least for me, there's a fair bit of emotional stress to get ready for something like that. So I have been exhausted at night. So I think last night I went to bed at 9:30. The night before I went to bed quite early as well. So this is kind of a catch-up week. And you'll be happy to know I did get a little bit of housework done today. I worked on laundry, and I got down on my hands and knees and washed the kitchen floor. Here comes my buddy who's gonna, in his big truck, who's gonna back up. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, my buddy and his buddy have moved along where I have the skylight open, and I could hear them talking. I didn't want to record their conversation. So I'm just knitting away. A few more minutes, I'll have to go in and get the boys. It is such a stunningly beautiful day. I hope the video that I did this morning, hear voices. I hope the video that I did this morning, you can really see the colors of the ocean, because the ocean right now is just aqua. It is beautiful. Pete says it's because of all the sediments that stirred up under the ocean. I don't know if it's that or the iceberg melting or what it is, but I've never seen it like this before, and we've been here for 10 years, and it is beautiful. A bunch of the classes are out today picking up garbage around the school, which is really nice. Nice that they get out on a beautiful day, and nice that they're picking up garbage, because there's always garbage left around, or that blows around after the winter. We're still very much in early spring here. So we're doing garbage cleanup, and I saw one of my neighbors mowed his lawn the other day, and I'd say we're at least a month away from mowing lawns here. Well, at least our lawn is. But it's a good time to be putting out lime. We have very acidic soil, so we have to put down a lot of lime on our lawn. Good time to be doing that. So it's the Victoria Day weekend this weekend. And we're, sorry, getting distracted by passerbys. Victoria Day weekend, which is it's the first camping weekend for everybody here. And it's always a guess whether or not you're going to get snowed out or not. Well, people who have trailers do fine. So my husband and I are discussing if we're going to go camping, and if we're going to go camping in the backyard, or if we're going to go camping at a campsite. We have a tent, so we will be, if we tent, we go camping, we'll be camping in our tent. I kind of like to go to a campsite. Anyway, we'll see what we decide tonight. We have such limited time to have conversations with each other when the children aren't around to make comment, that, I have to write a list. Okay, we've got to talk about this, that, and this. And those are the important things to talk about today. And then we'll see what happens tomorrow. So it's, I guess most relationships are like that when you have young kids. Ours certainly is. Well, I should get going and get the boys. Not sure if I'll get a chance to chat later. I'm kind of hoping to. I'm kind of hoping to do another little knit or stitch with me before I go to bed. So hopefully I'll chat soon. If not, hope you had a wonderful day. Bye. Hi. It's interesting. I come down to my craft room and I close the doors to keep the cats out from jumping around and everything while I'm videoing. And they haven't paid much attention to me all night. And as soon as I come down here, both of them now are at the door wanting to come in. It's late. It's around 11. I should be in bed. But I don't feel as tired tonight as I have the past few nights. I guess I've been finally getting caught up on some of my sleep. I was so lazy this morning I didn't go for my walk. And my intent is to get up tomorrow morning and walk early, so I can't stay up too much longer, but I know you can't see my knitting. Oh, there's one cat up on there. Now my head's cut off. Okay, tell you what. I'm knitting. And you're just going to have to put up with seeing me without me knitting or without my hands moving. Anyway, what was I talking about? I said I was going to go for a walk in the morning. That's my preferred time to go, because I find if I get out in the morning, then I get my walk in. Whereas I find, even though I love going, I find every excuse in the book not to walk, or, there's just too many other things to do if I wait later in the day. So I'll get out now in the morning. I've already always bake something either the night before or the morning of to put in the boys' recess, something fairly healthy. So I've already baked something. Not sure they're going to like it. It's a new recipe. I like it. I sound a bit hesitant. It's a bit, it calls for 4 eggs. And there's no butter. It is a low-fat recipe. It's what's in it? 3 or 5 bananas, small bananas, 4 eggs, bit of baking soda, baking powder, salt, vanilla, and some rolled oats that have been, you put them through the blender a little bit, and then some chocolate chips, not very many. And I like it, but it's a bit more of it is kind of eggy, for lack of a better description. So I'm not sure that the boys are going to be keen in the morning or not. I will give it to them heated up. I can almost guarantee youngest isn't going to like it. Don't think it's going to be his cup of tea. But never fear, there's lots of snacks in this house to get that boy through the day. Tomorrow's going to be a rush day. It's swimming day, and the boys have a PD day on Friday, so they're off on Friday. which should make videotaping challenging. But because they're off, they're doing a makeup day tomorrow morning, and then we have swimming in the afternoon. So I'm going to have to get Middleist to remember to drop his wet bag off at the office so I can pick it up and get things washed before our evening class. Never stops. Always something. I still haven't had a chance to go through comments. I'm sorry. I've been getting lots of comments. You know, people are really friendly and really supportive, and you know, some questions and some comments. So I really need to get on those. I hope, my intent is to get through, try and answer most of the comments or all the comments up until I leave, so that I'm caught up, at least in that, because I'm going to be away for a week, and my vlogs are going to change a bit for the week that I'm away. They won't be as consistent. They'll probably be shorter, and the editing will not be as finely tuned, because I'll be editing on my phone, and it's just not as easy to edit an iMovie on my phone as it is to do it on my iMac. So, but hopefully, I'm sure I'll have lots to show you, and when I get back I might throw in a few pictures. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to take, usually when I travel I only take my iPhone. This trip I'm seriously considering taking I've got a Sony, I can't remember what it's called. It's not an SL, what are they called, SLR cameras? But it's like an SLR camera, except it's much smaller, but it's still a lot bigger than an iPhone is to take pictures. But I'm going to be in some gorgeous parts of Ireland with my friends, and I'm very tempted to take that camera with me so I can get some nice pictures. The disadvantage of using the advantage of using the camera is I get much better quality pictures than I can take on my iPhone. The disadvantage is that I can't take the pictures from the camera off onto my iPhone for a variety of reasons. One of which is that the amount of storage space required for my camera wouldn't work, because my phone is kind of at its max all the time. So I wouldn't be able to take really good images because the files are so large on the camera over to the phone. The other thing is, it's just not, they're not compatible that way. I can download the images on the iPhone, on the iMac, but I can't do it on my phone. Well, and I guess if I do take that camera, all it means is that when I get back, you'll be seeing some extra nice pictures of Ireland, which would be nice. Really enjoying this sweater. I'll show you. I'm down to this much. Sorry, the lighting's not great in here. Beautiful colors. I'm down to this much yarn, so just enough to fit in my hand. So I'm hoping by tomorrow I will be able to start a new skein, which means I'm going to start knitting the collar and get that done. And then what I may do, we'll see. I may take it off onto waste yarn again and try it on. I don't really mind picking up stitches after having it on waste yarn. I'm always careful not to, when I'm taking it back up, not to twist my stitches, but yeah, that's okay. I don't mind, for the sake of having a sweater that fits, I don't mind the added trouble of putting it onto waste yarn so I can try on the sweater. That's fine with me. Now the cats are pushing open creaky doors, and my husband went to bed about an hour ago. I'm not sure if he's sleeping yet or not, but I probably should stop yarning. And that's the problem with me. When I start to get tired, I talk and I talk and I talk, and I could be here for another half an hour talking, and you don't want to watch a half-hour video right now of me just talking. Or if you want a longer one before I go, let me know. And I'll see what I can do for you. So I mentioned earlier in my earlier video, I said I was going to go. I lied. I mentioned in my earlier video that we might go camping, and we're talking about backyard camping now. The weather is supposed to be warm but wet, which is not really fun for camping, especially when you're tenting. It's a little bit easier when you're in a trailer, of course. And sorry. Okay. So we're probably, that way we can putter around here and get some things done. My parents arrive on Sunday or Monday they're going to help out my husband a bit while I'm away. He doesn't need help when he's home so much as he needs help because the kids, of course, get out of school 2.5 hours earlier than he finishes up work. So that's mainly why they're coming, is for that gap in time. And I think he and my mom usually work out. My mom, who's a wonderful cook who hates to cook, I think they usually work out that Pete does most of the cooking, or that Mom's making simple meals that the kids will like. Kids meaning kid, because 2 of my boys will eat just about anything, and youngest is the picky one. Anyway, I want to get this uploaded tonight, so I'm going to get going, and I'll chat with you again tomorrow. Bye!